So what this station is going to do is it's going to allow us to drill what are called pilot holes. So using a thin drill bit, it's going to be just a little bit thinner than the screw that we're going to use to attach this lid to this block. So the pilot hole is going to help guide the screw, and it's also going to create some relief in the wood so that when you force that screw in, it's not going to split the wood. Okay, so we're going to make two pilot holes, one all the way through this lid, and then one into the center here. Like, so you should have made that X on this block. That's where it's coming into play. So wherever that X is, you're going to make a hole right through it. So we have kind of two things, and if you want to come around, I can show you. This is a multi-purpose station. So for the one for the lid, we're going to clamp this down. I have this clamped down and I have it flush against these sides here. And all this is just so I don't have to take a tiny piece of wood and drill a hole in it. Like it's just a little unsafe when it's that small. So this holds it in place. I can keep my left hand on the fixture here. And for this drill, these drills have a black button on both sides with an arrow on it. The arrow's pointing backwards. It means the drill is in reverse. If it's pointing forwards, as it should be for this operation here, then that's where we want it to go, going forward. Now for this one, because it's a small hole, what I like to do is place the bit on the X, and then I'm gonna kind of slowly get it started. And then I can start to speed it up a little bit. All the way through, and then I'm gonna repeat. Now, for the other piece, similar idea. I'm gonna secure it. I'm gonna line up that X, and then I'm gonna go all the way in. Flip it over, and do it to the other side. That's it. Okay. So the last step is just taking our two lids and screwing them to the base. So I've already made my pilot holes. So what I want to do is kind of just get the screw started. And usually you can just start it by hand. Just kind of turning this in. I'm doing the X side down, just so it's a little bit nicer looking. And once I have that in, then I'm going to use the screwdriver to start driving the screw. Go figure. Now, I mention this a lot, so I'm sure you've heard me say this, that kind of the two categories of people that typically get hurt are people that are brand new at this and people that are really experienced at woodworking. And people that are really experienced at woodworking, when they get hurt, it's because they get careless, they get overconfident. And I have to admit, I'm guilty of this when it comes to what I'm about to show you. If you start to turn this in while it's in your hand, and I can tell you from experience, no matter how precise you think you're being, you're likely to slip, and then this is gonna go into your hand. And when I say into, it could be different degrees. It can absolutely pierce your skin, or it might just hurt. So to avoid that, you're just gonna place this on a surface. I don't wanna go into the table, so I'm going where the hole is just hanging over. And I just wanna drive this screw just enough so it starts to poke out the other side. That's all you need, just a little bit out on the other side. Now when I have that, and I have the pilot hole I've already created here, I can just kind of move this around until it like clicks in. It's a satisfying click. You'll feel that. And once that's in, then you'll finish it out. It's gonna be a little tedious. But be patient, keep it on the table. And just know that if you're doing this for the second time, right, because you're gonna have one on the other end, you won't be able to sit it flat on the table. You'll just be hanging off just a little bit. The reason why is that the head of the other screw will be here when you do that second one.